I'm Maury Yeston.
What's on it?
Oh my goodness. Well, Ed was my best friend. And after he died, I was the first person brought in by the lawyer to sort of establish the award based on what Ed wrote in his will. And because Ed had really been penniless for so long, as a lyricist, he understood that if you're a composer, you can always play club dates, you can be a rehearsal pianist, but if you're a lyricist, how do you pay the rent? And so he thought he had made a big score with the chorus line, and it was his intention that when he passed away, that a tremendous amount of the income that would go to his estate would be given to young writers like himself who were lyricists who really have no other way of getting a day gig in the business at all. And so it would enable a young person to have 2 years, full expenses paid, where they could live and ply their craft without having to worry about money. And what an extraordinary thing he did, isn't it? Usually we have about 6 to 8 judges. And they have to review well over 300 entries that come in.
Hello, I'm Alison Frasier, and I was honored to be one of this year's judges for the Kleban Award. And there were 3 given, and I was thrilled to see each and every one of those winners. And I was also thrilled to see just the most amazing collection of new pieces of theater. I was stunned. Every night I would listen and I would read, and I would just be transported into these people's minds and their worlds. I was honored to be a judge, and thrilled to be part of this incredible process that helps support brand new theater. I've always been very passionate about originating material, and to see all this growth, this fecund group of writers is just, it's bliss. And I'm thrilled for the winners, and also for everybody who came really close to winning, because, oh my Lord, it was so difficult to choose. I had very, very specific criteria. I really went for storytelling. I mean, everybody was wonderful as far as their lyrics being clear and original and insightful and funny and tragic, but the projects that gained my votes, as it were, or my high numbers, were definitely the very, very strong storytellers. What I am up to, oh my goodness, it's been a busy year. I've gone from show to show to show, and I'm actually taking a little bit of a break right now, but I will be working on a brand new 3-character musical called Tyrell, and I'm very excited about that because I get to play the Diana Rigg part in a Game of Thrones musical version. It's a prequel of Game of Thrones, and I'm very excited about that, and I like the music a lot, and I'll be doing that in March. And I have a few things a little bit later on, a new version of Night of the Iguana by a South African theater troupe, and I believe I have a couple of summer stock gigs lined up, real fun shows, and something else will come up. It usually does. I do have a wonderful new audiobook out. It's the audiobook version of Dreyer's English, which has just gotten incredible reviews, and I read the sample sentences on the audiobook version for Penguin Random House, so that's very exciting. I do a lot of voice work, and I have another one coming out called Good Talk, and I'm hoping more of that comes up.
Hi, I'm Jen Colella. I've been working with Shayna Talib for the past 1.5 years on a new musical that she's creating. The working title right now is The Suffragists. And so when she won the Kleban Award, she asked if I would come and present one of the songs from the show. It's been an extraordinary couple of years. Yes, I have had and continue to have a great run at Come From Away. We're still very fortunately packing audiences in every night, and I'm happily there doing 8 shows a week and working on this new musical with Shayna, and I've done a couple of TV shows here and there, and things are really, really good.
I'm Shayna Talib. I actually applied with multiple projects in this application. So one of them was a song from a musical adaptation of Shakespeare's As You Like It that I wrote for the Public Theater last summer. I also submitted some songs from an original musical I'm writing about the American women's suffrage movement, the fight for women to get the vote in this country. And I also submitted some songs from the musical adaptation of The Devil Wears Prada that I'm writing the lyrics for. So I did an array of several projects, to try and show some things across the board.
I'm Sarah Hammond. I've won this award for lyric writing. I'm a lyricist and a book writer and a playwright. I've been in New York for 12 years, and this is an amazing thing to have happen. Well, I came to New York as a playwright, and then I started writing musicals because I met a great guy who writes musicals, and we started writing a musical together. And through him, I knew about the Kleban Award, and I've been applying as a book writer for a few years, and I started writing lyrics on my own project with another composer. And just, it's the thing to do when you're a lyricist. You apply for the Kleban Award and then you just cross your fingers and hope. And this year it worked out.
I'm Charlie Sohn. Okay, I am a musical theater lyricist and librettist. And most recently I wrote The Boy Who Danced on Air, which was off-Broadway a year ago. So Ed Kleban was one of my favorite lyricists growing up. I was such a huge fan of a chorus line, and so anything that had his name on it was going to be something that I was going to apply to. And just the community around this award, the amount of musical theater luminaries who are on the board or past winners, it just makes it such an honor to be here at all.
Fix up a clock, check out the spring, dash off a letter to you, dear. Today was a beautiful blue, and I managed to teach and to meet with my students and not talk of you all day. And I had a few thoughts, always helpful to think. Then I capsize the ink and it's wipe up the spots. The sky all day long was such a perfect blue, and I hurried home to write this note to you, dear.